The pain is too much. It's impossible for me to get into the dog's mind.
You enjoyed that, my friend. At first, I really thought they'd kill you, but you got yourself out of it well in the end. Anyway, they seem determined to make you talk. As long as you have interesting things to tell them, they should keep you alive.
I have to hold on. I have to stay alive. For Jane.
I'd say he was awake. But he doesn't look good. Do you hear me, rat fucker? I hope the pain gave you something to think about. Lord Alton wants answers. We found Jon Arryn's letter among your belongings. We know he sent you. The question is, why? Did he know of our brotherhood?
If you fuck as well as you ask questions, I wouldn't be surprised if your wife whores around just for fun.
I must admit I find you most amusing. But my patience has its limits. Go on, Guts. Tear off a couple of his nails so he knows who he's dealing with.
Oi, nails. I enjoy that.
So, how was the first course? You will answer my questions, even if it means we have to tear your nails off one by one. Was Jon Arryn aware of our brotherhood? Yes or no?
Do you really want to know? Go hang yourself. That way, you can ask him yourself in the other world.
You need to understand one thing, my friend. Sooner or later, you will talk. And believe me, it would be better for you if it were sooner. To hurry that lesson along, we're gonna give you something to help you remember. Guts, find the rustiest blade you can. Tear his skin apart. No mercy. Make him think twice about being rude. Not bad. But we shan't leave it at that. Rub some salt in his wounds, just so he's nice and tasty. There you go. I think you're beginning to understand. I'll leave you the night to think it over.
They keep trying, eh? I hope for your sake they tire of questioning you.
I have to find a way to free myself.
You've no chance of escaping on your own. But if I could get out of here first, then I could untie you. I'll have to free myself while their attention is on you. It's our only chance.
I have one last card to play. My dog.
Come, Guts. Let's go back. You know what, Crow? Lord Alton wants to question you himself. If I were you, I'd be careful what I say from now on.
Thank you, Harris. This is between him and me now. What an unfortunate situation this is, my dear Mose Westford. Apparently, you and my men didn't really understand each other yesterday. I warn you now, it will not serve to remain silent with me. That will only lead to death. A painful one at that. Let's start at the beginning. How do you know Jon Arryn?
Everyone knew him, half-wit. He was the king's hand. You're not that clever, are you? I hope that you've at least got more down your bridges. than those virgins who've been attending to me for the past 2 days.
I see. Nothing has changed since yesterday. It is clear you're not going to talk, are you? Harris, Guts, show our guests the price of his disrespect.
What would you like us to do with him?
Do as you like. Just ensure that he dies screaming.
Well, here it comes!
So, my dear Westford, how are you enjoying our hospitality?
Well, your pets need some more training. But on the whole, it will do.
And still this insolence. Unfortunately, I cannot stay and play the fool with you for much longer. The sun will soon be rising, and more important matters require my attention. I will return before nightfall.
What about him? What do we do with him?
You shall have time to play with this rat later. Right now, I need you elsewhere. And when you see him again, give him death, and make sure he dies screaming. I want his head on my table by the time I return.
Tell me, that dog next door, he's not dead, is he?
Get this fearing away from me!
And make sure that's not you. Get rid of it for us.
You want a boot in your face? You want a boot in your face, boxy beast? Get this flea rid! Get this flea rid! What the hell was that? Away from me! Cursed hound! Cursed hound! Do you want a boot in your face, boxy beast? Hey, get out of here, filthy thing! Do you want to get out of here, filthy beast? that noise? Hey, what the hell was that? Get this before I kick your teeth out, you damn animal! What was that? Bugger off before I kick your teeth out, stinking animal! What was that? What's going on here? Get this flea-ridden mutt away from me! What was that? Cursed hound! Hey! Get out of here! Hey, what the hell was that, boxy beast? What's all that noise? Get this flea-ridden mutt away from me! Hey, what the hell was that? Get this flea-ridden mutt away from me! Hey, Zach, get out of here, filthy thing! Bugger off before I... What was that? Get this flea-ridden mutt away from me! Out! Hey, what the hell was that? Get this flea-ridden mutt away from me!
Come on, Guts. You heard the orders. Get the brand burning. Let's have a little fun.
Very well.
I'll make it so this wretch's own mother don't recognize him. Pass me the brand. All right, Crow. Let's see if you could keep looking down on us with only one eye.
Good day, Lord Sarwick. Are you well rested?
Hello, Shori. I hadn't noticed it was so late. Do you have news of Lord Halton? The girl we were waiting for should have arrived 4 days ago. And as it happens, for 4 days now I haven't been able to speak with him.
Lord Halton left before dawn to take care of a matter. He's not due to return before the day's end.
Very well. I'm eager for his return. I really need to speak with him.
I understand. If you wish, you could pass the time with the other men in the courtyard. I saw Sir Ethan practicing there earlier.
I will consider it. Thank you.
One other matter, Lord Sarwick. Lady Marianne wants you to have this book. She was very clear that you should read it.
Very well. I will take a look at it. And by the way, it's Sir Sarwick. I know your lord is anxious to make me Lord of Riverspring, but that has not happened yet.
Very well, sir. Forgive me. I will try to remember that.
No need to apologize, Shuri. My lady?
Lord Sarwick, always a pleasure.
I am no lord yet, Lady Marianne. It seems Lord Halton has asked everyone to call me that in this castle.
According to the laws of the Seven Kingdoms, Riverspring is yours. You are the only legitimate heir. No other can assume the title without challenging the judgment of the great Targaryen kings. Everyone knows that. It is of no consequence if the usurper and his whore believe otherwise. Their reign will be over soon, and the signs bode well for your future.
You wanted to see me, if I'm not mistaken?
I did. I needed to speak to you as soon as possible.
Why are we meeting in the cellar?
I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sir. I would often come here as a child, to be alone. I still find it to be one of the more private areas of the castle.
But why the cellar? You could have come to see me in my room.
No. There are loose tongues and hungry ears in this castle. They do not need to be fed.
I understand. What is it you wish to speak to me about?
I am worried. Please be frank with me, Alistair. Do you think my uncle's plan will succeed?
You are right to be concerned, my lady. Overthrowing the usurper and giving new life to the Targaryen dynasty are both noble aims. But for this to happen, many will lose a great deal. I am sure there are many lords who will oppose it. The houses that supported Robert's rebellion 15 years ago enjoy many privileges today. Land, power. If the Targaryens were to return to power, such privileges would be redistributed. The lords currently allied with the crown will become our fiercest rivals. And the worst of them all will be my overlords, House Lannister, the Queen's house, of course. Not to mention the sworn houses of the Starks in the north, the armies of the Riverlands and the Vale of Arryn, all supporters of the king. None of these lords would welcome a return to power for the Targaryens. The risk would be too great for them. However, there are many amongst the people who still hope to see the Targaryen dynasty reinstated. And there will always be support from the lords who fought alongside the Targaryens. They will be eager to regain the privileges they lost. Time will tell. Only R'hllor knows what our future holds. We have to believe in our cause.
You're right. It is what will happen if we fail that worries me.
I will admit the outcome would not be heartening, but ponder this. What else are we to do? We do this for honor and out of necessity. Now is not the time to doubt ourselves.
Yes, but there are alternatives, Alistair.
Those are dangerous words, Lady Marianne.
Do not mistake me. I have no intention of betraying my own blood. But my uncle is so focused on it. It has become a holy war to him, his reason for living. I'm not sure he has thought about the consequences of what would happen if we failed. We could lose everything. I fear that he sometimes goes too far to achieve his goals. Some of his methods make my blood run cold.
If I learned anything from Tywin Lannister, it's that sacrifices are inevitable. Especially when one's aim is to recapture the Iron Throne.
I have to question the wisdom of that. What was that?
Not another move, whore.
Alistair!
Flame and shadow! Don't do anything you may regret, soldier. Let's stay calm.
Did you say Alistair?
That is my name, Alistair Sarwyck.
It's really you? Fight the Seven!
What are you talking about? Who are you?
It's me! Gawain!
Gawain! Praise the Lord of Light!
What are you doing with this slattern? A sodding worm of an uncle has been torturing me for months.
What?
I'm sorry, Alistair. I wanted to tell you.
You knew about this?
Forgive me. I didn't know how to tell you. That was what I was talking about when I spoke of acts that made my blood run cold.
Hold your forked tongue, Snake. Every vile soul in this castle is an accomplice.
We can't take the risk of you raising an alarm, Marianne.
What? You wouldn't dare!
We should cut your throat. But, in case you are as innocent as you say, I will stop short of that. Gawain, hold her.
You made the right choice. The black-hearted bitch would have gotten us killed.
I'm not so sure. Anyway, she should be out for a while now. In the meantime, better if no one finds her. We can hide her in the chest behind you.
Good idea. Seven hells, what did I just go through? It's a miracle that I'm here. I never thought I'd see anything outside of that cell again. I wouldn't have had the slightest chance without this guard's disguise.
Tell me, Gawain, what did they do to you?
Halton kept me in his dungeons for so long. Where do I begin?
I thought you were dead. I followed your trail at King's Landing. I saw your body. I found your medallion.
Halton took that medallion when he captured me, along with all my other possessions. He had it all along. He had to make sure you found it, so you would be convinced of my death.
But what about the body, Gawain?
Well, I suppose it wouldn't have been hard to deceive you. He just needed my clothes and a corpse to dress them with. I was just a young boy when you left. You couldn't have known about their deception.
It was probably that dog Desmond who staged it.
And all the while, Halton tried to break me.
What did he say to you?
Later, Alistair. Please, bring me something to ease my pain. Every bone in my body aches. We can discuss all that later.
Fine. I'll also find something to cover your face with. Otherwise, you'll be found out soon enough in this castle. Rest here. I'll be back before long.
Oh, Sir Alistair, I was just thinking of you. You see, Maester Martin has graced his sweeping history of the Seven Kingdoms with several new pages.
What lies! I wrote an entire chapter this week.
I stand corrected. I have not been fair to your tireless quill. Please forgive me. So when can we hope to see your completed masterpiece?
I already told you. Next year.
He says that every year.
I was unaware that you were embarking on such a lofty work, Maester Martin.
I decided that a record should be made of what little knowledge I possess.
But he is too modest. This is already his 6th book, and he is far from finishing his work.
From what point of view are you telling this history?
My writings are different from what you may be used to reading. I try not to adopt any particular point of view or serve the interests of any particular house. Instead, I try to recreate the truth as best I can.
Well, that is certainly a unique approach.
Sir Alistair, how are you faring today?
Well, maybe you could help me. I'm getting pain in my arm again. At Riverspring, Maester Harwin has various ointments to treat this kind of thing.
Harwin! Did you know we've formed quite the partnership and keep up regular correspondence with each other? He is a wise, loyal, and devoted friend.
He is a great man. I owe him a lot.
You know, what I've always admired about him is his thirst for knowledge, his curiosity. However, I must admit, he should have treated your burns better than that.
Actually, I did not wish for them to be healed. Meeting with the fire was no accident.
Ah, I understand. It would seem very uncharacteristic of Harwin.
I would very much like to know more about the Citadel and your apprenticeship, Maester. I know almost nothing about it.
Ah, the Citadel, where I spent my happiest days. Do not be mistaken, I have no complaints with my current vocation. But what memories, being young and walking in Old Town for the very first time.
I myself have stopped there 3 times. It is quite the sight. There's nothing like it in the whole of the 7 Kingdoms.
And the Citadel, such a seat of learning. This is the place that fans the flames of knowledge across the world.
Each to his own, I suppose. Where you prefer to enlighten the mind through knowledge, I receive enlightenment from the Master's light.
Knowledge is key, my friend. It is only through the power of the written word that we can hand down our knowledge to our descendants.
You are not wrong, Maester. We use the old writings to teach our new apprentices, even at the temple.
Books hold such a lure for me. But forgive me, I'm digressing. I have exactly what you need for the pain right here. Here, let me apply this ointment for you.
Thank you, Maester, but I would rather apply it myself if you don't mind.
As you wish. It's just a habit of mine. Most people insist that I take care of everything. Take this. That should ease the pain.
Thank you very much. Good day to you. Good. This ointment should ease Gawain's pain. Now I need to find a helmet for him.